evening, racing fans. Welcome to racing action from Flamboro Downs for this Sunday evening. How about them Blue Jays? Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Let's get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing. Noted race number 1, there are no changes. No changes, race 1. In race number 2, note there is no missing line for the one did not race. Races 3 and 4, no changes. No changes, races 3 or 4. Race 5 scratched is number 7, Artistic Pick. Race 5 scratched 7, Artistic Pick. Race 6, no changes. No changes, race 6. Race 7, number 1, I'm Victor, driver to be announced. Race 7, 2, I'm Victor, driver to be announced. Race 8, no changes. Race 9, number 5, Paybug, driver to be announced. Race 9, 5, Paybug, driver to be announced. And one more change to announce. The Yankees from contender to non-contender. Fans note in race 7, number 2, I'm Victor Travis Cullen. Race 7, 2, I'm Victor Travis Cullen will drive. And note in race 3, claim entered 7, win 'em back. Race 3, 7, claim entered. Field 4, race 1 on parade. 1 is Wicked But Sweet. Brody LeCain for Brenda Duncan and Dale Colson. Number 2 is 310 to Yuma. Damien McClellan for Mitchell Tierney and Ellie Stafford. And number 3 is Cautiously Lucky. Andy Moore for Ethan Moore. And number 4 is side bet, Travis Henry for Teresa Stokes. Number 5, Lexus Lou, Paul McKenzie drives and trains and owns. And number 6 is Claymore, Ryan Guy for Mary Quinn and Robert Quinn. Number 7 is Bet I Will, Austin Surrey for Anthony Beaton and Hunt Racing. 8 is Be Blazin'. It is Brett McDonough for Murray Breather and Doug Millard, Barry McLennan. And number 9 is Get in Line, Jason Ryan for Sally Peacock and Ken Peacock. Field of 9, race number 1. First dash on this Sunday evening. Let's get a look at this field. Maidens, horses, and geldings on the pace. And, well, I want to start with number 7, Bet I Will. And one that doesn't have a win yet in 10 starts, but is coming in excellent form. And is one that's been making the top 3 consistently coming into this race. But it's about time to break through and win. Now, it's a tougher post assignment, but just based on recent form, I think Bet I Will has got a good shot. Austin Surrey for Anthony Beaton. Strong tandem. Bet I Will is a 9-5 on the board. 9, Get in Line. Might have been my top one if not for the trailer post. But look, this is one that's been racing from off the pace, so maybe Get in Line. It won't matter the trailer post as long as Get in Line can get at least getting away 5th or 6th might be helpful. Get in Line. Jason Ryan for Sally Peacock has a win at Grand River in 56 this year. Get in Line is now 4-1. Number 5, Lexus Lou. Well, missed some time due to sickness and had been off since May before that last race, September the 28th, but yet raced to a 3rd, so now could build off of that start. Doesn't have a win in 9 tries, but has 3 top 3s, including last time out. Lexus Lou could be a big threat in here. 5-1 on the board. And number 4, Side Bet, was good at Hanover 2 starts back. 2nd last time out, parked every step and then finished with broken equipment. Just probably overlooked that last race and looked at the one that's 2 back. Now this is one that is 0 for 28 in the win column, but certainly that was a good start at Hanover 2 races ago. Side Bet and Travis Henry for Teresa Stokes. 9-2. But I'm on number 7, Bet I Will. The fans are on that one, 3-5. is rolling for race number 1. Wicked but Sweet, 310 to Yuma. Cautiously Lucky on the inside. In the center, Side Bet and Lexus Lou. To the outside, Claymore, Bet I Will, and Be Blazin'. Second tier, Get in Line. Field for the first race is at the start in the rough, and Bet I Will from the outside. Cautiously Lucky, 310 to Yuma, Side Bet and Lexus Lou. The field sprints around that first turn, and it is right now Cautiously Lucky with the lead, but Side Bet drives on the outside. Lexus Lou is racing third, 310 to Yuma, fourth to the inside. Bet I Will is racing fifth and has a seat on the inside. Racing in front of Be Blazin', then it is Wicked but Sweet, Claymore, and Get in Line is in line, but unfortunately ninth in line. They race off to the past that opening quarter. Lexus Lou at 5-1 with the lead, but driving on the outside now is Cautiously Lucky. Cautiously Lucky now is going to drive up, leads at a length and a quarter, now a length and a half, and clears to the front. Lexus Lou is racing second. Side Bet is positioned third as they race their way on towards us, and off a 29 quarter they race up towards the half, and Cautiously Lucky has the lead. Lexus Lou is racing second. Then Bet I Will is on the outside and racing fourth is Side Bet. Then on the outside Be Blazin', and then it is Get in Line to the outside as they work their way on around the turn. Down on the inside is 310 to Yuma. Wicked but Sweet and Claymore is trailing the field. Cautiously Lucky at 35-1 with the front. Lexus Lou on the inside, but now Bet I Will is getting closer. Bet I Will is racing second. Is a length and a half back of Cautiously Lucky. Lexus Lou is racing third. Be Blazin' fourth. Side Bet fifth to the inside, four from the lead. Get in Line is moved up now and has got sixth, and then seventh is Claymore. Then 310 to Yuma and Wicked but Sweet, 3/4, 130-1. And Bet I Will is alongside Long Shot. Cautiously Lucky. Bet I Will takes the lead. Be Blazin' on the outside. It is Bet I Will and Be Blazin', and now charging late on the outside is Get in Line as they come to the finish. Get in Line is flying on the outside. Get in Line also. Bet I Will. Get in Line and Bet I Will. Get in Line from last to first, I believe, over Bet I Will. Then Be Blazin' and Side Bet 2 minutes 3/5. First race payouts, 9 get in line. $9, 3 $73. 7 bet I will, 230, 210. 8 be blazing, 950. $2 exactor, 2010. Dollar try, 145.95. Dollar super, 2062.30. 20-cent super, 412.46. First race. Order of finish from the top is at 984 567 231. That's 984 567 231 on the bottom. For the third on parade, 1 Tactical Silster, Jeffrey Hunt for Sheldon Rose. Number 2 is Wild River Bumblebee, J.B. Renault for Julie Walker and Dr. John Bradbury. 3 is YYC on the Horizon, Jason Ryan for Malik Smith and Michelle Etart. And 4 is Typhoon Stride, J.R. Plot for Ashley Lenvoy and Gino Toscani. 5 counter offer, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. 6 is Ben Lookin, Andy Moore drives and trains and owns. Number 7 is Win 'Em Back, Travis Cullen for Nicolucci and Miller Farms. 9 is Acapulco Sunburn. 9 is Gnarls Barkley, Travis Henry for Paul Cameron and Princeton Farms. Absent is number 8, Red Hot Power Play. J.R. Plot will drive for Chris Bell. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 6, Night Wash. Night Wash is one that, back-to-back runner-up finishes, and 155 for Night Wash last time out racing at Grand River. The track was listed as off as second, although, to be honest with you, I think it was plenty fast. And Night Wash, because there were some really big miles that night while the track was listed as off as second. Night Wash, that mile of 55, really good effort finishing second. Got off, got a pocket trip, and was able to hold position. Night Wash and Nick Boyd for Robert Kyle Fellows is on the board right now at 5-1. Number 5, Magical Dundas, Travis Cullen driving. One that, was 0 for 4 in the top 3 before last race, and then that second at Flamboro, 28-3 final quarter, came home well. Magical Dundas, a good race to build on. Travis Cullen for Anthony Beaton, and is 3-2. Other is number 1, Drink Up Muchacho, is one that last raced at Grand River September the 24th. Mile of 55 and 4, and as I mentioned, the track really wasn't off a second. Drink Up Muchacho, 3 top 3 finishes in 6 starts. Jason Ryan, the driver, Drink Up Muchacho, shows improvement in the last couple and is currently 5-1. And then one more is number 9, Gnarls Barkley, off of 4th last time out, 7th to start before it, so at least improving, and has had only 3 starts. And Gnarls Barkley was 3rd in the debut mile August the 34th at Georgian Downs. Gnarls Barkley is currently 22-1. I think one that can get onto the ticket, though, and help it pay a little bit. Travis Henry driving, 22-1. Field of 9, race number 2. There's a look at number 8, Red Hot Power Play, J.R. Plot for Chris Bell and Alan Melnick. Gates rolling for the second race. It's a field of 9 reaching the top of the stretch. Here they come. Field for the second race. There at the start of the rough, Rowdy Patrick, Night Wash, and Magical Dundas, and then T.H. Botten paid for on the inside. T.H. Botten paid for is able to come on and get the lead. Magical Dundas, Drink Up Muchacho, and then Night Wash, Sunset Lou, Gnarls Barkley, Rowdy Patrick, Red Hot Power Play, and No Mo Jokin'. And we're getting 3 wide action at the quarter, but right now Magical Dundas has got the lead. 3 wide is Night Wash, and Night Wash wants to come on and rinse Magical Dundas of the lead. And then T.H. Botten paid for his third. Racing fourth is Drink Up Muchacho, Gnarls Barkley fifth, and then Sunset Lou. Then it is No Mo Jokin', Red Hot Power Play, and Rowdy Patrick. Night to Wash is at 9-5 on the board and has the lead, but Magical Dundas, the 8-5 favorite, stepped down, and it is Night Wash and Magical Dundas. Magical Dundas is going to come back around to reclaim the lead. Magical Dundas, Night Wash, racing third. T.H. Botten paid for. Drink Up Muchacho, Gnarls Barkley, No Mo Jokin', Sunset Lou. Then it is Red Hot Power Play. And to the outside, trailing the field is Rowdy Patrick. Into the backstretch for Magical Dundas. With a lead of a couple of lengths right now. Night Wash is racing second, and behind Magical Dundas, the front two are separated by about a length and 3/4, and Drink Up Muchacho outside third. Then T.H. Botten paid for. Then it is back to Gnarls Barkley, Sunset Lou, Red Hot Power Play 3 wide, but 7th, and then Rowdy Patrick and No Mo Jokin', and they race by 3/4, and it is still Magical Dundas strong on the lead. Leads by about 2 1/4 from the backfield. Red Hot Power Play is skating hard now. Night Wash is second. On down the stretch drive they come, and it is Magical Dundas, but now Red Hot Power Play is driving up on the outside, and Red Hot Power Play picked up second over Night Wash, and then Drink Up Muchacho. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 2, number 5, Magical Dundas. Travis Cullen is the winning driver. Magical Dundas, a 2-year-old Art Speak Bay gelding by David Lumsden, trained by Anthony Beaton. And it is the first win for Magical Dundas this year in Lifetime. Second race, Pouts 5. Magical Dundas, 523.62.10. 8 Red Hot Power Play, 610 310. 6 Night Watch, 230. $2 Exactor, 33.20. Dollar Try, 54.30. Dollar Super, 121.45. 20-cent Super, 24.29. Double of 9 and 5, 31.40. Second race over a finish from the top. 465 713 928. That's 465 713 928 on the bottom. And fans, we have our caretaker of the week here at Flamboro Downs, Michelle Brennan. Congratulations, Michelle Brennan, caretaker of the week at Flamboro Downs. Field for the third on parade. One tactical Sealster Jeffrey Hunt for Sheldon Rose. Two is Wild River Bumblebee JB Renault for Julie Walker and Dr. John Bradbury. Three is YYC on the Horizon, Jason Ryan from Malik Smith and Michelle Letarte and Vernder Gill. Four is Typhoon Stride, Jared Plot for Ashley Lenvoy and Gino Toscani. Five is Counter Off for Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. Number 7, Win 'em Back, Travis Culliver, Nicolucci and Miller Farms, claim entered. Number 6, Ben Look Andy Moore, Drives and Trains and Owns. 8 is Magical Arthur, Travis Henry for Anthony Beaton and David Lumsden. 9 is Acapulco Sunburn, Austin Sorry for Amanda Riley and Barry McLennan. Field of 9, race number 3. Note the claim entered on number 7, Win 'em Back. And by the way, the Blue Jays win 13-7. How about them Blue Jays? Let's get a look at the field for race number 3. We'll start with number 3, YYC on the Horizon. Has been on fire since joining Malik Smith and comes into this one with 3 wins in a row, 5 consecutive top 3s, and YYC on the Horizon just really rolling right now. And also is back in the same class as each of those last 3 wins, and the way that this one's been racing right now, be tough to beat. YYC on the Horizon isn't the favorite, though. He's 6-1 because the money has gone to Win 'em Back, which I understand that is my second choice, Win 'em Back. And look, the thing with Win 'em Back has made just one start off of a long layoff, had been off since June the 30th. And that one start, well, 51-4 at Mohawk. At first glance, you think, man, 9th wasn't a good start, but 51-4. The mile went 49-4, so Win 'em Back not close, but boy, in against a tough group there, and now drops. And look, this is one that has obviously made some money very early in his career, and then things went awry. Had only 1 start last year and 6 this year. Second start back, but certainly has big speed, a mark of 150, taken back as a 3-year-old a couple years ago. Win 'em Back. Claim is in. Travis Culliver for Nicolucci, and is 1-5. Other is to get a look at. 9 Acapulco Sunburn is one that, well, had a really good year last year. Not quite as good this year, but you do see a win at Kawartha August the 30th, and then the last 2 races weren't great, but in terms of 4th and 5th, but did race in 52-4 at Grand River last race, but that's a very fast surface. But it was a good mile. Acapulco Sunburn, Austin Sorry, Amanda Riley. Longer play that I think deserves more respect than the 20-1, but with 1-5 on the board, the odds go up everywhere. And number 6, Ben Lookin, well, is one that was 3rd at Sarnia last race and finished strongly in a 56-1 mile. And you do see this one racing in 52-2 May the 24th at Mohawk. This is the second start back off of a long layoff. Ben Lookin has 4 wins on the year. Ben Lookin is 12-1. But fans are on 7, Win 'em Back 2-5. But it took a shot on YYC on the Horizon to keep on rolling against what I figured would be an odds-on favorite in Win 'em Back. Fans note in race 9-5 Paybug, the driver Brett McDonald. Race 9-5 Paybug, Brett McDonald. gate is rolling for race number 3. Taking up their positions. Tactical Sealster, Wild River Bumblebee, YYC in the horizon. In the center, Typhoon Stride and Counteroffer to the outside. Ben looking, win him back, and Magical Arthur. And the second tier, Acapulco Sunburn. Field of 9, race number 3, into the stretch drive. Here they come. And the field for the third is at the start of the rough, and Typhoon Stride, YYC in the horizon, win him back, and Magical Arthur, and then Tactical Sealster and Wild River Bumblebee and Acapulco Sunburn and Counter Offer, and Ben Lookins back trailing the field. YYC in the horizon's got the lead, but on the outside now, driving 3 wide is win him back, 2 wide path, Typhoon Stride down to the inside, Tactical Sealster. 5th is Wild River Bumblebee in front of Magical Arthur, Acapulco Sunburn, and then Ben Lookin and Counter Offer, but win him back wants to come on now and get the lead. Win him back leads a couple of lengths. YYC in the horizon second, 27 opening quarter. Typhoon Stride third. Tactical Sealster is fourth, and then Ben Lookin on the outside fifth. Wild River Bumblebee is buzzing sixth. Seventh is Acapulco Sunburn. Magical Arthur and Counter Offer. Win him back 3 to 5 favorite leads, and YYC in the horizon is racing second. Closes up a little tighter in the pocket. Then third, Typhoon Strides 4 from the front. Ben Lookin is on the outside first up 4. Tactical Sealster fifth. Then Acapulco Sunburn, Wild River Bumblebee, and Magical Arthur and Counter Offer 55-4. It was a strong half, and it was put up by Win 'em Back, who leads YYC in the horizon by a length and 3/4. Ben Lookins racing, sharing third on the outside. On the inside, Typhoon Stride. Then racing position fifth is Acapulco Sunburn. Tactical Sealster sixth. Magical Arthur is seventh. And Wild River Bumblebee and Counter Offer popping out. There goes YYC in the horizon, and now has come around and taken the lead from Win 'em Back. 125 and 1 3/4, and YYC in the horizon now is getting away a bit and leads by about 4. Win 'em Back is now just going to try to hold on to second. Acapulco Sunburn, Magical Arthur with a late push, and Typhoon Stride and Tactical Sealster on down the stretch. YYC in the horizon. The sun sets on this field. YYC in the horizon has got the lead. Magical Arthur, then Win 'em Back, and then it was a Counter Offer and Typhoon Stride. 154 and 1. YYC in the horizon. Third race, pounds 3, YYC on the horizon, 460, 280, 210. 8, Magical Arthur, 1053.70, and 7, Win Me Back, 210. $2 exactor, 46.50. Dollar try, 87.15. Dollar super, 253.95. 20-cent super, 50.79. And the claim from race number 3, number 7, Win Me Back, the new trainer, Ron McDonald. Third race, over finish from the top. 781-549-326. That's 781-549-326. Field on post parade for the fourth. One is Aaron Wood, Big Mac, Anthony Hahn for Tim Myers and David Umcholi. Number 2 is Wicked Jewels, Jeffrey Hunt for Wilfred Perot and Grant Joanne Curnow. And number 3 is Devil's Wish, Travis Colley for Anthony Beaton and Kevin McKinley and Martin Van Beek and Brendan Guerrero. Number 5 is Irish Deli, Damian McClellan for Corey Fuller and James Wilson. 6 is Reigning Captain, Jason Ron for Zachary Carroll. Number 7, Puff Slash Shadow, Brent McDonough for David Fry and Sarah Fry. And 4B, Connor B, Travis Henry for James Dean and Trailer Park Guys. It's a field of 7 for the 4th race. Let's get a look at this field for the 4th race. And, well, of course, we have to start with Aaron Wood Big Mac because Aaron Wood Big Mac is on a big run of late. The last 5 starts, 3 dominant wins and a couple of seconds. One of the seconds was second by a head at Mohawk in 52. Last time out here was second to Belmont Blazer, who's not back in here. That's a very good one out of the Jody Cullen barn. Aaron Wood Big Mac just has to be considered the one to beat. And Anthony Hahn for Tim Myers, 4-5, likely to hold as the favorite. Others to look at for Connor B. Was second beaten just 2 last race and finished the mile strongly. Good overall effort for Connor B. And you also see a win in this class 3 races ago by Connor B. from post position 7. So Connor B, I think, be the main threat. Aaron Wood, Big Mac, Travis Henry driving 3-1. Number 3, Devil's Wish is got only 1 win on the year. Only 1 win last year, so 2 wins over the past 2 seasons, but 7 runner-up finishes during that time, and definitely one that I think overall, when you look at the speed, is a contender. Raced in 52-4 in a grassroots event last time out at Mohawk. Devil's Wish, Travis Cullen for Anthony Beaton, and is 2-1. And number 2, Wicked Jewels, well, comes in into this dash of 3 consecutive thirds, and before that a 4th, so has to be a consideration for the superfecta ticket. 0 for 15 in the win column on this year. Man, what a difference. Last year, as a 2-year-old, won 4 out of 12 starts, but this year, no wins, but does have 8 top 3s. Wicked Jewels, Jeffrey Hunt, 18-1. But number 1, Aaron Wood Big Mac, 4-5, the favorite. Well, fans, in race number 5, we'll have another cavity in the 5th race. Number 6, Trident Sealster has been pulled. A scratch from race number 5. Scratch 6, Trident Sealster. Starting gate is rolling for race number 4. Aaron Wood, Big Mac, Wicked Jewels on the inside. In the center, Devil's Wish, Connor B. and Irish Dally to the outside, reigning captain of Puff Slash Shadow. Field of 7, race number 4. Here they come. Field for the 4th race. Gathering speed, approaching the start. They're at the start of the rough in Connor B, Devil's Wish, and Wicked Jewels, leaving out well with Irish Dally. Then reigning captain Aaron Wood, Big Mac, and Puff Slash Shadows trailing the field. Devil's Wish has got the lead. Connor B's racing second, and then it is Wicked Jewels, and on the outside Irish Dally. Aaron Wood, Big Mac relaxed away 5th in front of the trailing pair, reigning captain of Puff Slash Shadow. Devil's Wish and Travis Cullen with the lead, 2-1 on the board, and Connor B is second. Longshot Wicked Jewels is racing third. Then Irish Dally 4th, and Aaron Wood Big Mac is racing 5th, but angles towards the outside now. Then reigning captain of Puff Slash Shadow, 27-4 opening panel. Devil's Wish racing second, Connor B. Off stride, Aaron Wood Big Mac. Wicked Jewels is third. Then Irish Dally, reigning captain of Puff Slash Shadow, and Aaron Wood Big Mac is trailing the field. Devil's Wish leads for Travis Cullen. Advantage a couple of lengths over Connor B. And then it is Wicked Jewels. Wicked Jewels is first up, racing third. Reigning captain is 4th, and then 5th Irish Dally. Then Puff Slash Shadow. And way back is Aaron Wood Big Mac. 58-4 halftime. 31 seconds, second panel breather for Devil's Wish. And to the outside, Wicked Jewels is sharing second. And now comes on to take second, a length and a half back. Inside third, Connor B. Then reigning captain is 4th, and Irish Dally is 5th, and then Puff Slash Shadow. And Aaron Wood Big Mac is struggling and trailing, and Devil's Wish at 2-1 for Travis Cullen leads now. It opens up and leads by about 2.5 lengths. Connor B on the inside reemerges to take back second. Wicked Jewels now weakening third. Then Irish Dally, 3/4, 127-2. Then reigning captain of Puff Slash Shadow, Devil's Wish as they turn for home. Connor B is chasing. Devil's Wish and Connor B. Devil's Wish on the inside is strong and game to the finish. Devil's Wish did it and won it by about 3. Connor B. Then it was reigning captain and Irish Dally. 155-2 Devil's Wish. Coming back in front of us is the winner of race number 4, number 3, Devil's Wish. Driving double on the evening for a Travis Cullen. Devil's Wish is a 3-year-old McWicked Bay gelding, owned by Kevin McKinley and Martin Van Beek and Brandon Guerrera. Anthony Beaton's the trainer. Second win on the season. Third lifetime Devil's Wish. 155-2. Fourth race, payouts 3, Devil's Wish. $673.50 230. 4 Connor B, $4 250, and 6 Reigning Captain, $5.80. $2 Exactor, $19.60. Dollar Tried, $93.25. Dollar Super, $766. 20-cent Super, $153.20. Dollar Pick 3, 3 of 3, $30.20. Fourth race, or her finish from the top, 7612435. That's 7612435 on the bottom. Field for the fifth on parade. One Uber Hanover and Nello Guglielmi drives and trains and owns. To his boots and Brian, Scott Gold for Candice Morrell. Number 3 is Snow Walker, Paul McKenzie for Louis Eftimiadis and Matthew Hardy Eftimiadis. 5 is Perfectly Blue, Damien McClellan for Corey Fuller and Kyle Stratch. And 4 Aladdin Dulac, Jeffrey Hunt for Sheldon Rose. 8 is Seize the Bay, Jason Ryan for Malik Smith and Michelle Latrut and Vrinder Gill. And 9 is Town That It Is, Mark Cullen drives and range for Grace Marshman. It's a field of 7 for race number 5, scratches of 6 and 7. Let's get a look at this field. Horses and geldings on the pace, the bottom class, winners under. And, well, we'll start with number 8, Seize the Bay. When originally I took this one, it was post 8, but now post position 6, so it gets better, but still look at the form, 6th, and 7th in the past 3. So then what's up with taking this one on top? It's the class drop, and the fans are onto this because, well, even money on the board. This is not a formful field to say the least, and Seize the Bay is one that I think shows enough overall speed to seize the day here. Was really good as a 2-year-old last year, and this year as a 3-year-old. It just hasn't really kicked in, but down cheaper now, and Seize the Bay is one that could seize things here. Even money. Number 2, Boots and Brian's 2-1 on the board. Look at the record the past 2 seasons. It tells you a lot about this field. This is a horse that's 0 for 51 in the win column. During those 51 starts, 5 top 3 finishes, and yet is 2-1 coming in off of a second here last time out. So that last race gives him the nod in this lack of form field. Boots and Brian, Scotty Coulter, Candice Morrell, 2-1. Others, number 5, Perfectly Blue, was good at Grand River. 2 races back to finish 3rd. Tried Mohawk last race. That didn't work. So back to get away from Mohawk and try things elsewhere. Maybe can come back to that 3rd of 2 starts back. 0 for 20 in the top 2, but 4 third-place finishes on the season. Was a decent horse last year, but this year has been a different story. Has made only $4,400 in 20 starts. Perfectly Blue and Damien McClellan is on the board at 4-1. And number 3, Snow Walker, is one that I gave the nod next because, well, you got a couple of 4th place finishes in the past 3 starts, and so maybe this one can finish 4th again. Paul McKenzie for Louis Eftimiadis, just 1 top 3 in 19 starts in the year. Snow Walker, 12-1. gate is rolling for race number 5. Uber, Hanover, and Boots and Brian on the inside. In the center, Snow Walker, Alandulac to the outside, Perfectly Blue, and Sees the Bay. In the second tier, Town Line it is. Field of 7, race number 5, here they come. They're at the start of the rough, and Sees the Bay leaves with Perfectly Blue, Uber ahead of her, Boots and Brian, Snow Walker, then Town Line it is, and Aladdin Dulac. But right now on fire, Perfectly Blue is moving perfectly well and leads in the early action, in front by 4.5 over Uber Hanover. Then Town Line it is in racing position for Sees the Bay in front of Boots and Brian. Then Snow Walker and Aladdin Dulac. Perfectly Blue now leads by 2 as Uber Hanover tries to eat into that lead. And racing position third is Townland it is, and Sees the Bay, the 1-2 favorite, is racing fourth right now. Then Boots and Brian, Snow Walker, and Aladdin Dulac. And they race their way off the turn and they head on towards us. And it is Perfectly Blue who has the lead as they race up towards us, and Uber Hanover is racing second. Townland it is, and Sees the Bay has yet to seize the day, is racing fourth. They work their way past the half, and fifth is Boots and Brian. Then Aladdin Dulac and Snow Walker. And they work their way on into the backstretch, and getting closer now is Townland it is against Perfectly Blue. Perfectly Blue by about a length right now. Townland is second. Sees the Bay has now popped out and is moving and has come on and is taken over third over Uber Hanover is fourth, and then Boots and Brian, and back to Snow Walker and Aladdin Dulac. And it is still Perfectly Blue trying to fend off Townland it is, but might have to deal with Sees the Bay, who's looming and getting a little closer, but still has work to do, as it is still Perfectly Blue, who's looking perfectly fine right now. Perfectly Blue, Townland it is, and Sees the Bay. Boots and Brian in a late push from Snow Walker, but it is Perfectly Blue. Perfectly Blue as they come to the finish is going to win. Sees the Bay second, Snow Walker third, Boots and Brian fourth. There is a look at the winner. It's number 5, Perfectly Blue. Damian McClellan's the winning driver. 5-year-old Haston Blue Chip Bay gelding by Kyle Stretch and trained by Corey Fuller. First win of the season, 7th win lifetime for Perfectly Blue. fifth race, number 5, Perfectly Blue. 740, 360, and $3. 8 Seas the Bay. 240, 230, and 3 Snowwalker, 570. $2 Actor, 13.50. Dollar Try, $117. 20-cent High Five, 157.75. 20-cent Pick 5, 358.81. field for race number 6 on parade. Won the rider Daryl Thiessen for Melissa Lamro and Jeffrey Boyd. Number 2, All About Art, Scotty Quiller for Terry Heffernan. 3 is Gearson, Travis Cullen for Gary Kingshot. 4 is Country Mouse, Travis Sandberg for Carl Dawson and Teresa Large. Number 5 is Gansby. It's Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. And number 6, Never Assume. Jason Rod for Rod Boyd and Jefferson Davis. Field of 6, race 6. Well, fans, my best bet of the night. I'm not proud. 1 to 9 on the board. Man, oh man. Well, hey, listen. It is what it is. The rider is certainly one that was dominant at Grand River last race. Just blasted the field. And then the start before that here was also a winner. So he is one that took some time off, got freshened up, and came back roaring. And is now moving up just a little bit back to this nominators at 2, but beat the nominators at 2 September the 14th. And then that next one was against an okay bunch, but nonetheless, the rider clearly the one to beat 1 to 9 on the board. Some others to get a look at here. How about number 2, All About Art, a winner at Kawartha, 55-1 last time out. 11 out of 24 in the top 3, but especially good in the last 3 consecutive top 3 finishes. They were all in the non-winners at 2, so All About Art is one that, well, you'd have to think will be a main player, and is 7-1 with 1 to 5 on the board. The odds up everywhere else, and right now this is one that's a co-third choice. Number 6, Never Assume. Well, I'm going to assume that this one has a chance to make the top 3 because a winner in a maiden classic Grand River in 54-2 last time out. Now that was post 2, went to the front, but Never Assume. Well, we'll see what the plan is. I won't assume whether this one's going to leave or not because it hadn't been getting off the gate well. And then last time out at Grand River blasted and it was a winner. Never Assume, Jason Rod for Rod Boyd. Jason's got a couple of wins on the evening. Never Assume is 6-1. And number 4, Country Mouse. Well, if you're looking for one for the bottom of the super, why not try one that's hit the super in 5 consecutive races? 3rd and 4th in 5 consecutive starts. Country Mouse, Travis Henry for Carl Lawson is currently right now 18-1. Gate is rolling for the sixth. The rider, all about art on the inside. In the center, Gearson, Country Mouse to the outside, Gansby, Never Assume. Field of six. Race number 6. The field for the sixth race in the stretch. Here they come. There at the start of the rough, Gearson and Country Mouse and the rider on the inside. Those are the first 3. Then it is all about art. Gansby, Never Assume. Field of 6 working on around that first turn. The rider is able to come on and get the lead. Gearson second. Country Mouse is third. All about art is fourth. And then Gansby and Never Assume. They race their way on to the opening quarter. The rider, 1 to 9 on the board. Daryl Thiessen and the rider, bleeding by 2 1/4 for Gearson and Travis Cullen. Then Country Mouse and Travis Henry. All about art and Scotty Coulter. Gansby, Mike Whalen, and Never Assuming Jason Ryan. 29 the opening quarter. The rider, they're all in single file fashion. The rider is just cruising along on a lead. Advantage about 3 right now over Gearson. Racing third is Country Mouse off a 29 opening quarter. The rider, as they race up towards the half and getting a second panel breather, it appears. The rider leads at a couple of lengths, and the half was 58 and 3, a 29 and 3 second split. The rider, Gearson on the outside. That is all about art, who's out and is trying to grab third and take it from Country Mouse. And fifth is Gansby, and Never Assume is trailing the field. The rider is sharp on down the backstretch. Racing second, Gearson. The rider, Gearson, 2 lengths off the lead. Second, Country Mouse to the inside. All about art is racing on the outside. Shevering third. Racing fifth is Gansby. And Never Assume. The rider leads as they work on by 3/4, 127 and 1. And it is the rider who leads by about 4. Gearson second. Country Mouse is third. All about art and Gansby. And Never Assume on down the stretch drive. The rider and Daryl Thiessen. You can write this one in as the winner over Gearson, and winning it by about 2.5 lengths. And then Country Mouse, and for fourth it's between All About Art and Gansby, 155 and 3. Back in front of us, the winner of race number 6. It's won the rider. Double barrel, Daryl Thiessen, the winning driver. The owner is Jeffrey Boyd, Melissa Flamboro. Melissa is also the trainer. 4th win on the season, 5th lifetime. The rider, 155 and 3. the sixth race. Payouts won the rider 210, 210, 210. Three Gearsons, $7.70 and $5. And four Country Mouse, $3.20. $2 Exactor, $13.80. Try 2020. Dollar Super, $87.50. 20-cent Super, $17.50. 20-cent Pick 4, $30.97. Sixth race for a finish from the top. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6 on the bottom. And fans, once again, note our caretaker of the week, Michelle Brennan, is the caretaker of the week here at Flamboro Downs. Congratulations to Michelle Brennan. field for the 7th on parade. 1 is Harvey R. Specter, Jeffrey Hunt for Patrick Hutton. Grant DeKite. And number 2 is I'm Victor, Travis Cullen for Corey Fuller and Kyle Stretch. Number 3 is Stroker. It's Gary Rive for Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannon. 5 Forceway, Dan Megan drives and trains and owns. 4 Tango Creek, J.R. Apply for Barry Bird and Debbie Bird. Number 6 is Black Magic Cheddar, Scott Kohler for Gary Mohan and Kimberly Mohan. Number 7 is Ambush Seals for Daryl Thiessen for John Kennedy and Allison Kennedy and Valerie Phillips. 8 is All-Star Commander, Paul McKenzie for Gary McDonald. And 9 is Dark Reality, Austin Sorry for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. It's a field of 9 for race number 7. Let's get a look at this field for the 7th race. We'll start with number 2, I'm Victor, Travis Cullen for Corey Fuller, and one that's got a couple of wins and a second and a third on the season in just 6 starts, and is one also that missed 17 days before that last race, and yet was a good closing effort. Had a lot of stamina in that one to keep coming and finish with a 28-second final quarter. I'm Victor, and Travis Cullen, clearly the one to be here. Now comes back in a tighter rotation, and he's 1-5 on the board. Others, number 1, Harvey R. Specter. Well, if backing a 1-5 horse doesn't suit you, then how about Harvey Specter, 5-1, and this is one that has had one start after missing time due to sickness, and was good until late in the mile, and maybe was just a little short. So now with that start under his belt, I think Harvey R. Specter, 9-2 is a much more suitable play now in the second start back after missing one. Others in here to get a look at. How about number 5, Force Away? And Force Away was good at Clinton in 3 consecutive starts, finishing a third. Then last race here from post 7 was a late closer to be beaten 2.5 lengths, but Force Away now gets a better post position and could maybe come right back and get into the top 3 again. And Force Away is currently 35-1 on the board. I believe is a top 3 in here. And then one more is a number 4, Tango Creek, and one that did have a second in a maiden classic, Kawartha, September the 6th, and is one that, the last race post 7 wasn't able to get into it, finishing the 5th, but Tango Creek is one that doesn't have a win in 13 starts before runner-up finishes. Tango Creek and J.R. Ply, 11-1. gate is rolling. Field taking up their positions. It is a field of 9. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. Field for the 7th race. They're at the start of the rough, an All-Star Commander on the outside. Javier Spector, Tango Creek. Now Tango Creek comes on and is going to grab the lead. All-Star Commander, Harvey Spector is racing third. Then it is Force Away and I'm Victor and back to Stroker. And then Black Magic Cheddar, and they race on to the opening quarter. All-Star Commander has the front, but now Tango Creek is going to loop back around. Tango Creek is going to be back on top. Harvey R. Spector took out Harvey R. Spector wants to come on and grab the lead, and Harvey R. Spector has got a lead of about 2 lengths right now. I'm Victor to the outside is racing second, Tango Creek third, and racing position fourth is All-Star Commander as the field works their way on up towards the half of a 29-second opening quarter. And I'm Victor is looking to charge up and get the lead against Harvey R. Spector. They share the lead as they come on past the half, 57-3. And it's I'm Victor on the outside, Harvey R. Spector on the inside. Tango Creek is racing position to third as they work their way on into the backstretch. And it is I'm Victor now opening up and leading by about 2.5 or 3 over Harvey R. Spector. Stroker on the outside is coming quickly now. Then Tango Creek and All-Star Commander is fifth off that 57-3 halftime. Force Away third from last. Then Black Magic Cheddar and Dark Reality. I'm Victor 2-5 on the boards got the lead. Stroker's racing position to second. And then Harvey R. Spector, Tango Creek, and then it is All-Star Commander, but the front two are getting away a bit. It's I'm Victor and Stroker to settle things. 3/4, 126-2, and it is I'm Victor and Stroker as they turn for home. I'm Victor gets some taps and drives on though. I'm Victor as they come to the finish is going to be victorious. Stroker second, Tango Creek third, All-Star Commander fourth, a mile of 156-2. There is the winner. I'm Victor. Travis Collin with the winning drive. I'm Victor. 3-year-old sports rider Black Colt owned by Kyle Stretch and framed by Corey Fuller. Third win for I'm Victor. Mile of 156-2. Note it is the driving hat trick for Travis Cullen on the evening. Seventh race payouts. Number 2 on Victor, 290, 220, and 210. Three Stroker, 380, and 240 and 4. Tango Creek, 240. $2 exactor, 10.60. Dollar try, 15.70. Dollar super, 87.35. 20-cent super, 17.47. Seventh race, or finish from the top. Sixth place, 9. 1, 2, 3, 5. Seventh place, 6. 9 place, 8, 4. And then 8 place, 7. From the top down, after the placing, 9, 1, 2. 3, 5, 6. 8, 4, 7 on the bottom. Field on Post Parade for the 8th. One is All Bets on Red. Jason Ryan for Chris Haskell. Number 2 is Highland Hot Sauce. Daryl Thiessen for Michelle Bowen. 3 is Clint's Vet. Anthony Hahn for Tim Myers and Damon Omacholi. 2 will be parading last. And 4 is Wicked Prince Austin. Sorry for Sean Stacy and Hut Racing. 5 Belmont Blazer. Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen. 6 is Yankee Clout. Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. There's 2 Highland Hot Sauce. Daryl Thiessen for Michelle Bowen. And number 7, Diamond Rider, delayed from the post parade, but will be parading the opposite way around the track. J.R. Plant for Pam Forgy and Triple S Equine. And here comes the 7. It's a field of 7 for race number 8. Well, fans, we might as well stay with number 7, Diamond Rider. Kind of antisocial horse that has to parade the opposite way around. Maybe he just likes to be different. But you know one thing? He's a very fine racehorse because 8 wins and 27 on the year. And last time out at Grand River, had post 7 and was way back early and came blasting on by the field to win in 52-2. And you also see a win in 51-4 at Mohawk, September the 4th. Diamond Rider certainly has been good of late and having a really good season overall. Made 70,000 in 27 starts. Diamond Rider is currently on the board at 4-5. Other is to get a look at number 4, Wicked Prince. Well, last race at Mohawk, just stroke that out. That just didn't work out well, but was a winner in 53-2 at Grand River, just 2 starts back. Wicked Prince, the last one at Mohawk, an outside post, didn't leave, just was not in the action. And Wicked Prince, certainly very capable of a big bounce back start. Was good at Grand River before that last one. Austin, sorry for Sean Stacy, and is currently 5-2. Some others, number 3, Clint's Vet was a big winner here September the 14th, winning by more than 4 lengths. And then last race at Grand River, blasted to the front, but just went way too fast early. And then tired in the late going, but still pretty darn impressive. And it still was a mile of 53-4, but put up 122-4 to 3/4, and that did him in. Clint's Vet with more reasonable fractions here has to be a consideration as a possible winner. Anthony Hahn for Tim Myers. Clint's Vet is currently on the board at 4-1. And number 5, Belmont Blazer, 2 races ago, racing here in the class just below this one, was a dominant winner. Belmont Blazer overall, I think you've seen enough good things from this one of late, with the exception of that last race. Just blasted out hard early and tired and late going, but I like the body of work before the last one. Belmont Blazer, big bounce back candidate. Travis Cullen for Jody Cullen. Strong connections. You get 8-1 on Belmont Blazer. I think there might be some value there. is rolling for race number 8. All bets on red. Highland Hot Sauce on the inside. In the center, Clinsvet, Wicked Prince, Belmont Blazer. The outside, Yankee Clout and Diamond Rider. It's a field of 7 for race number 8. And right now, Wicked Prince is off stride. There at the start of the rough, and Diamond Rider is going to blast out with Clinsvet. Then all bets on red and the Highland Hot Sauce, but Clinsvet is driving quickest of all early. Clinsvet, then Diamond Rider. All bets on red is racing position third. Then Highland Hot Sauce, and back to Belmont Blazer and Yankee Cloud. And Wicked Prince with the early break is trailing the field. Diamond Rider is going to ride up and get the lead. Clinsvet is racing, filling the pocket. Diamond Rider 7-5 on the board. Clinsvet at 2-1 is second. Gap of 4 or 5. All bets on red is third. Highland Hot Sauce, and then Belmont Blazer, Yankee Clout, and Wicked Prince trailing. And they work their way around the turn. Diamond Rider on the board at 7-5 with a lead over Clinsvet. And the advantage right now is about 2.5. All bets on red is third, but right now is traveling about 9 lengths off. The lead is the front two of some separation on the field. Highland Hot Sauce is fourth. And then it is Belmont Blazer, who's back racing position to fifth. And then back further is Yankee Cloud and Wicked Prince. And they work their way on into the backstretch of a 55-3 halftime. And it is Diamond Rider on fire right now. Diamond Rider, Clinsvet on the outside. Highland Hot Sauce is moving up and is taken over third. All bets on red is racing fourth. And then Belmont Blazer underway, but has a lot of work to do because Diamond Rider has got away on the field. Leads by about 10 lengths right now. Highland Hot Sauce, Clinsvet racing fourth. Belmont Blazer. Then all bets on red. Yankee Clout and trailing Wicked Prince, and Diamond Rider leads as they turn from off 3/4, 123-2, and it is Diamond Rider on cruise control now. Diamond Rider has this one sewn up and is going to win it by about 15 lengths. And then Highland Hot Sauce was able to hold on to second. Then Belmont Blazer and Yankee Cloud. 152 flat for Diamond Rider. Back in front of us, winner of race 8, it's 7 Diamond Rider. J.R. Plant, the winning driver. Diamond Rider is a 4-year-old Dally Bay gelding by Triple S Wine. Trained by Pam Forgy. 9th win on the season and 9th lifetime for Diamond Rider. 152 flat. Eighth race payouts 7. Diamond Rider 493.10, 250. 2 Highland Hot Sauce 825.60, and 5 Belmont Blazer 340. $2 Exactor 43.30. Dollar Try 88.25. Dollar Super 306.85. 20-cent Super 61.37. Eighth race. So we're finished from the top is a 6275341. That's 6275341 on the bottom. Field for the ninth on parade. One is phone 911. Travis Gulliver, Jody Cullen, and Paul Sanders. Number 2 is Lost That Lovin' Feelin', Paul McKenzie for Paul Walter. 3 is Bugsy McGuire, Austin Sorry for Rachel Andrew and Austin Sorry. 5 is Paybug, Brett McDonough for Jared Mann, Ron Nobes, and Charles Gazzola. And for J.J. Tommy, Jay Harris for Andrew Harris. 6, Don't Poke the Bear, Dale Spence for Ken Middleton Jr. and Dave Walls and James Grant. Number 7 is Wriggle Bob, Andy Moore for William Moore and Megan O'Neill. 9 is Written in Stone. It's Anthony Hahn for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. 8 is Magicaline, Travis Henry for Anthony Beaton and David Lumsden. Field of 9, race number 9. Brett McDonald drives 5, Paybug. Let's look at this field for the final dash. Features the Super High 5 and we'll start with number 4, J.J. Tommy, and well, one that the last couple races not great, but look, they were both post position 8. Just before that is one that raced above this class and was second, led a long way, then got beaten by YYC on the horizon. We saw that one race very well here earlier this evening and win. So J.J. Tommy, I think with the class draw, is a major threat in here. J.J. Tommy, 2-1 on the board, has earned $112,000 since January 1st of last year. So you know J.J. Tommy is one that's got some pretty good wheels. 2-1 on the board. I expect a huge bounce-back performance with the class draw. Others to look at, of course, one phone 911. But look, was in for an 8-claimer last time out. Now, romped to victory. Start before it was second, beaten a neck in an 8-claimer to Classy one in Carson's Shadow. But I still think phone 911, when you compare to the class of J.J. Tommy, well, I don't think they compare all that well. So phone 911, despite being even money on the board, I think J.J. Tommy is the better play in here, and most likely is the better horse as well. Phone 911. Strong barn, though. Travis Cullen, 3 wins on the evening, looking for 4, and is even money. Number 5, Paybug, has been a fringe player of late, but racing out of a strong barn, that of Jared Mann. Brett McDonald with the catch drive here, and Paybug, certainly the form overall is good enough of late to be one that you use somewhere on the ticket. Paybug's 11-1 on the board. And number 3, Bugs and McGuire's a classy veteran with a ton of back class that, well, last time out used a class drop to get a third and get rolling a little bit, and maybe it can move forward off of that one. Certainly this one's been a really good one in the past. A little age showing this year. 21 starts, just 14,000 earned, but 412,000 in the bank. Bugsy McGuire maybe could build off that last one, and he's 11-1. Gate is rolling for race number 9. It'll be phone 911. Lost that lovin' feeling, and Bugs McGuire on the inside. In the center, JJ, Tommy, and Paybug. To the outside, Don't Poke the Bear, Regal Bub, Magical Ian, and second tier, Written in Stone. It's a field of 9 for race number 9. The final dash. Here they come. There at the start of the rough, J.J. Tommy will get out with Bugsy McGuire and Lost That Lovin' Feelin' and phone 911. Those the first 4. Then it is Paybug and Don't Poke the Bear. Then back further as they race on around the turn. It's Magical Ian and Regal Bub, and trailing is Written in Stone. J.J. Tommy is the one who is on the lead, and Bugs McGuire's racing second, and then Lost That Lovin' Feelin' is third. Phone 911's racing position fourth in front of Paybug, and then Don't Poke the Bear. Back to Magical Ian and Regal Bub, and Written in Stone is trailing the field. J.J. Tommy, 7-5 on the board's got the lead. On past the opening quarter, J.J. Tommy, Bugsy McGuire, Lost That Lovin' Feelin' third, and phone 911. The 3-5 favorite is racing fourth and is still on the inside. In front of Paybug and Don't Poke the Bear. Then it is back to Magical Ian, well back Regal Bub, and further to Written in Stone. They work their way on past the half, and J.J. Tommy's got the lead. Bugs McGuire with the pocket, but now phone 911 is coming on the outside and is only about 2 1/4 off the lead of J.J. Tommy. Into the backstretch, Paybug spotted second. Over fifth on the inside is Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. Then Don't Poke the Bear, Magical Ian, and then Regal Bub. But J.J. Tommy strong as they race on to 3/4, leads by a couple. Phone 911 is racing second. Bugsy McGuire and Paybug. Lost That Lovin' Feelin', Don't Poke the Bear. Now has come on to take over fifth, and sixth is Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. But J.J. Tommy leads as they turn for home over phone 911 by about 3. Bugsy McGuire, and then Paybug and Don't Poke the Bear. But it is all J.J. Tommy cruising on down the stretch drive. Phone 911 is going to finish second. Then it is Paybug, Don't Poke the Bear, and Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. Ninth race goes to J.J. Tommy. Ninth race payouts for J.J. Tommy, 490, 220, and 210. One, phone 911, 220, 210. Five, pay bug, $3. $2 exact or $9.90. Dollar try, $13.90. 20-cent high five, $86.32. Double of 7 and 4 is $15.70. Dollar pick 3, $13.60. And the 20-cent pick 4 is $3.69. Ninth race order of finish from the top, 258, 134, 679. That's 258, 134, 679 on the bottom. Fans, that concludes the live harness racing program. Action resumes on Wednesday. First dash will go to post at 6:25 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.